Hello all, it's just your friendly neighborhood black girl, and I am back to tell you finally how I got into the DCP. I figured that this video might be better if it was tips instead of like all of my notes, even though I do have all my notes here, but one, I can't tell you any more than anyone else can. Like there are a ton of videos that specifically lay out like each person's process and how they got in. And two, I really believe that the reason why I got into the program was because of the way I was able to answer questions that related to me. A lot of the times, it can be easy to watch a ton of videos and to keep watching and to keep watching and to keep watching them, and then to kind of forget who you are and why your own perspective makes you unique and why you deserve to be in the program. So I'm just going to give you tips today. Let's get started. So my first tip is related to research. So before you start your DCP, before you start your application, before you start everything, I highly recommend that you go on YouTube and you watch DCP related videos. There are videos related to the roles, there are videos related to the pay, there are videos related to housing, there are videos related to what the phone interview is like. Watch them so that you know what the process is going to be like. This helped me so much because it allowed me not to be necessarily shocked or surprised, and I think it really helped me to get in on my first time. This is another thing related to research, but if you are going for attractions, please make sure to list the top 4 attractions that you want to work at just in case they ask you. Same thing for your top roles, make sure you have them in case they ask you. Same things with top parks that you want to work at. Make sure you have them listed in case they ask you. This all goes with research, doing the right research, making sure to write down stuff, making sure just to know. This should make you nervous. I hope it doesn't. But it's just to say, like, if you're applying for a company, you do research on the company, right? This is essentially just doing research on the company. My second tip is related to your roles. Make sure that you know each role that you've put on there, and personally, I believe that you should only stick to about 5, maybe more roles that you're interested in, but don't pick high interest if you don't have a high interest. Don't pick low interest if you don't have a low interest. Everything that you pick that says interest means that you are interested, so make sure you know that. Do not put an interest on something that you know you don't want or that you'd be bummed to get. Just don't do it. It doesn't give you an advantage, and it shows the Disney recruiters that, oh, they want this. Let's put them in that role. There is no guarantee that you choosing 8 roles versus if you only chose 2 that's going to be better for you. It's not. I have a ton of notes that I scribbled on. I put pros, cons, I put what each role has qualifications, I put what you're doing in those roles, and I picked 3 that I thought were best. And then the last thing that I did, which is highlighted in the red, is I put why I wanted it, why I would be a good fit. This helped me just to kind of focus and center on why I wanted to do that specific role and why I would like it. My third tip is to practice interview. If you do get to the stage when you are able to select a phone interview, start practicing. Practice over the phone with your friends. Practice over the phone with your parents. Practice in person with people. I wouldn't overdo it. I did it about 3 times and that was good for me. Don't overdo it because you don't want your answers to be rehearsed, but you want to have a good idea of what you want to say. It's not a good idea just to go in there and wing it, so rehearse. That is important. Another tip that I haven't really seen people talking about with the phone interviews is to make sure you remember your interviewer's name, and try and say it maybe in the beginning or in the end to make sure that you've memorized it, because Disney likes to see that you memorize names. But then the second thing is that you can actually send thank you notes on the web application. I highly recommend sending a thank you note. It shows that you're serious about the job, and it's just a nice courteous thing to do. Another tip related to the phone interview is to smile. Smiling does a lot. I know it doesn't seem like it does, but for instance, okay, close your eyes. This is me talking, and I'm not smiling. And I think that there's a big difference, even if you don't see it. Now, keep your eyes closed. This is me talking, and I'm smiling. And I think it makes a big difference. It makes you seem like you are enthusiastic, that you're energetic, that you're ready for the day, and that you have a positive mindset. Like I said, I am by no means an expert. This is how I got in, how I use my skills to figure out how to get into DCP. But that doesn't mean that they're going to work necessarily for you. So you should take and pick and choose what you like. And don't do everything by all means. If you want to do everything, that's fine, but you don't have to. This is just for you to see.